one short sentence, the introduction and eventual success of Tesla bots could significantly increase Tesla's market value. Tesla released a new video showing the insane progress that they've made to the Tesla bot. This changes everything for Tesla and for the stock. This video comes only 2 months after the previous update that they gave us. It shows significant updates in such a short space of time. The rate of progress that Tesla are demonstrating is absolutely huge, and it goes to show just how fast-paced and innovative Tesla truly are. Now, this update shows us a number of things. It shows us a more polished design, better movements, and no exposed wires or actuators, meaning it looks way more closer to being production ready than we've ever seen it before. It really does make me question though, what is Gen 3 going to be like? One thing I really want to point out here is the improvements that they have made, particularly in the hand movements. They've pretty much put new hands on these bots, and they have 11 degrees of freedom. The movements are more seamless than they've ever been before, and these hand movements are really human-like now, which is going to be crucial for having the bot actually replace human work. And Elon said that they are now about a year away from these bots being able to thread a needle. When it does that, I think it's safe to say that it has full dexterity. When I saw this video and I saw the bot carefully moving the egg from one location to another without breaking it, I started to think that we are really not very far away from these bots being able to cook basic meals. And that is just one application that you could use these bots for. Also, Tesla have made it clear that everything in this video is in real time and there's no CGI whatsoever. They made a point of saying Tesla designed sensors and actuators. We already know that Tesla is a vertically integrated company. They do as much as they possibly can in-house. This is fantastic because it means they keep more of the money that they generate, but also they are then less reliant on any other company. So if there's a bottleneck in the process, it's up to Tesla to fix, and only Tesla. That makes them way less reliant on anyone else. We also saw that there's a 30% walk speed boost. This is pretty important as the last generation Optimus was pretty slow. And the walk-in maneuverability looks way more seamless and way more human-like. We want the bot to be able to move at a pretty decent speed because if these things are going to be working in, let's say, factories, you want it to be able to get from point A to point B pretty efficiently. Otherwise, it's going to take time for them to actually do anything. And I definitely think this is still an area that Tesla needs to improve because at the moment they are a lot slower than humans still. Having said that, maybe we don't make these things too fast because then that gets a little bit creepy. 10 kilo weight reduction was also noted. This is important because it means that the batteries can last longer on a single charge. And it also means lower cost for Tesla as there will be less parts that is needed for a bot. The control and balance on this Gen 3 is absolutely insane. We can see it squat really easily, a lot easier than most humans can even squat actually. And remember, this is all coming out really close to the Cybertruck delivery event. So actually, all of these aligned catalysts that we've been speaking about for so long and we've been waiting for as Tesla investors, like I said, they're all working in the background and they're all going to just happen sort of one after the other. And then people are going to look back and say,
wow, I really wish I paid attention to this company.
In one of the 2022 earnings call, Elon Musk said this.
Those who are insightful or listen carefully will understand that Optimus ultimately will be worth more than the car business, worth more than FSD.
And we're going to talk about why he is absolutely right in this statement later on in the video. So like I said, I think this video shows us that actually the bot is way closer to be ready for full production than any of us really anticipated. Now, if you cast your minds back to a few days ago, Elon Musk was interviewed by Sandy Munro. And he was talking about the mass affordable 25k car in terms of the production of it. And he was saying the production line for this car is going to be unlike anything that we've ever seen. He didn't really give too many details away from that, but I think the Tesla community is now starting to think, okay, what if they've got Optimus, if they've got these Gen 3 bots actually working on that line? That could definitely happen. And remember, stage 1 is getting Tesla bots in Tesla factories, making Tesla even more efficient and more effective. This brings Tesla costs down and passes that cost savings on to the consumer. And we already know that Tesla is one of the best, if not the best, company in the world at production, at scalability, especially in the EV world. So what's going to happen when they actually have large volumes of these bots working in their factory? They are only going to get better, which is quite scary for any competitors really. I think within the next 3 years, we are going to see these bots in factories, not just Tesla factories either. And then I think within a 5-year span, this will become more widespread. But in terms of having bots in the home, I believe we are looking at a much larger timescale. But we've got to remember that the eventual aim of these bots is to have them integrated into life. They should be able to do everything a human can do, completely changing the labour market. If Tesla are able to successfully scale these and make the production of them relatively cheap, which I think they absolutely will be able to do, then this means that they will be affordable. I think then this means that every single factory will want multiple bots. The plan is that they have industrial demand and they have domestic demand. Thinking about the price of a Tesla bot, we have no idea at the moment, but Elon Musk has made it clear in the past that he wants to make these affordable. And they are expected to be priced lower than Tesla cars, maybe around the $20,000 range. Now, of course, with anything that is new to a market, there is that S-curve adoption. We'll talk about that more in a minute, but that does mean that initially the prices may be quite high. As more people adopt and the price of production comes down, they will be more affordable to the average person. For argument's sake, let's just say that they are $20,000 per bot. And then let's just say the demand is what I just mentioned. So multiple in factories and then also in the homes. That is already a lot of revenue, especially if margins are great. And that is assuming that they're $20,000. It's really key to understand why business owners, particularly because that will be the first sort of stage of Tesla bots, why they will want these things. If they are able to replace one of their workers that perhaps they pay $70,000 per year with a bot that costs them a one-off fee of $20,000, and that bot doesn't have to take holiday, it doesn't have to have a Christmas bonus, it doesn't have to go on breaks during the workday, anything like that, the value is intense. Then there's the argument that, okay, well, if bots are going to be replacing humans, maybe even just replacing manual labor for now, isn't that going to be putting loads of people out of work? No, I don't think so. I think it will free people's time up so that they can do other things. This was a concern when computers started becoming a new thing, but actually what happened is that created loads more jobs that we never even knew existed or were needed. Then we have to think about the impact of the bot on Tesla's value and eventually the stock price. In one short sentence, the introduction and eventual success of Tesla bots could significantly increase Tesla's market value. You can see the potential value by looking at Tesla S-curves. Like Elon was saying, the potential growth of Tesla's AI robotics sector could be way bigger than the EVs, FSD, and the energy sector. Way, way bigger. And this potential revenue explosion caused by the bots could then add significantly to Tesla's stock price, especially as the bot starts getting better and they charge more, or they look at different revenue models, which we'll discuss in just a second. When we think about how much money they will be charging for these bots and how much of that money they will be keeping from each sale, we have to consider margins. The bot is expected to have very high profit margins, and as investors, we love to hear that. Why is this? Well, simply it's because the bots have less raw materials, less moving parts than the EVs do. So in theory, they should be cheaper to mass produce than the Tesla vehicles, which already have actually really impressive margins compared to the rest of the sector. So how will Tesla make money on these? Well, obviously, they will sell them. You know, someone that wants to own a bot will pay $20,000 or whatever it will be to Tesla to outright buy that bot. On top of that, Tesla may actually charge for servicing the bot, just like they might with the EV chargers that some companies are now buying from them in terms of buying the hardware. They could also be very smart and implement a subscription model, a bit like an app store for the bot. So you purchase a bot and it comes with very basic features, very basic capabilities. But then if you want to upgrade and you want it to be able to do particular things, you pay extra to unlock that ability in your bot. And you do so through the App Store. And when thinking about an S-curve, we're not even at the point of inflection yet. They're not even being mass produced. We're in very early days really, but the rate of progression is huge. So far in Tesla's journey, the main component that has increased the Tesla stock price is, of course, the EVs. They have cemented themselves again as one of the best, if not the best, EV companies in the world. But this is just phase one for Tesla. We still have to unlock the full capabilities and rollout of FSD. That is stage 2. Moving on to that, energy sector. That's going to be big, and we're still in early days of that also. and then we factor in the Tesla bot. And if the predictions are accurate on how big this can be, how revolutionary this product could be to the entire world, then we can only start imagining how big this could be for Tesla stock. Has this latest announcement made you even more bullish? Will you be adding Tesla stock to your portfolio after this? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to support this channel and get access to exclusive perks, consider becoming either a channel member or join my Patreon. I'll leave links to all of that in the description below.